They just cut me off, right? Stream was going well, man. It's nothing to do with me. Could have been the VPN. Who knows what it was? Actually, I wasn't even using a VPN today, which is weird. I usually do. Pretty strange. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on back in with the Crypto Lifer. May God bless each and every one of you for being here and sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. All right. That's such a crucial point in the trade in the day too. I don't know what happened, honestly. I have no idea. It just, next thing I knew, people said you're frozen. All right, we're back at it. How many people are back on? 60 people. It's so funny, right? We had one of our biggest streams ever. They decided to, whatever, man. I'm super excited, man. Everything happens for a reason. You know what I mean? God has my back. You guys have my back. It's all gravy, baby. It's all gravy. All right, so look, I mean, they brought it down on the head and shoulder, and then they whipped it right back up. It could be a massive double bottom on the 15. Be honest, price action is so sketchy today. It is some of the sketchiest nonsense I've ever seen. Look at the head and shoulder here, broke out, fake it. This head and shoulder came back up again. And to me, it's just, if we close it, if by the end of the day, we're still below the 200 SMA, it's just not going to be a good sign for Bitcoin. Bitcoin has to double bottom here on the 1 hour time frame. I'm about to just trade the 1 hour, man. That double bottom looks great. And now I see, look, shoulder, head, right shoulder to the upside. And that could be the right shoulder. It's just so sketchy today. You know what I mean? Let's take a look at the futures perpetual. It's just crazy how much the market ripped. Like, we're still holding so many gains, you know? Yeah, I also... You lost your likes because the stream cut off. Really? They even stole the likes from me, huh? Let me see. I don't believe that, but it probably could happen. No, the likes should be there on the other one, right? I didn't get to finish the super chats. You know what I mean? It's kind of whack. So people are like, yo, I sent super chats. I never got to do them. You know? I already got 4,000 views too. 2,000 views. Yeah, I got the likes. The likes are still there. Let me see here. I can go back. Did I ever bring out the chat? Well, we do so much on the channel in like a 2 hour period. Captions, please. Can't you hit that? I don't know. Sam, don't quit. You're the best, man. God bless you. After Big Ed, I don't know where I could trade anymore in NYC. I can help you, man. But you guys, use Bolsa Dex, man. And make a VPN, man. It just, I could help every one of you. I can't tell you guys what to do. Space is isomorphic at BRC20. The only mineable layer 2. And that's the one on XC? Is that the real one that I'm looking at? Because it looked good to me. Sam, PolyX, please. Honestly, I'm about to long. I'm about to long Bitcoin. All right. Gonna take this original long that I was gonna start in the first place. Stop loss at 34,123 because I want to see us hold 34,250. We break that, then I figure the whole game's a wrap, right? Take profit at 36,163. And we can flatten these shorts, right? I'll risk 125 for 313, and I'll go from there. Bang. 12x leverage and $600. Stop loss, break even. Let's go. Stop loss and everything else ready to go. Bang, bang, bang. All right. So I finally long Bitcoin after the entire stream. I feel more comfortable. I'll feel so much better. The other cool thing about this long is if once we get above the 200 SMA, my long's more of a shoo-in. Like, this is such a better idea, right? So, back at it like we never left, baby. Of course, man. And super chats, we got Tomi, Orbs, SPL. Now do all the super chats. We'll just, and that way if anyone can come find the stream, they'll go get them again. I'll finish all the super chats and then I'm going to head on out for the day. And I just entered a Bitcoin long, and we'll update that on the live stream in the trading group. Let's look at Tomi, USDT. And you guys usually give me amazing ideas too, so let's take a look at what's happening with Tomi. So Tomi looks good. It's in a little bit of a flag here, and that thing looks like it could bang to the upside. I want to talk with the Canadian accent, like master friend, Tomi looks good there, bro. That's a nice one there, bro. I like the Canadian accent, eh? But look, Tomi is in a flag. A little bit of bearish divvy there. Let's take a look at the 1 minute. The 1 hour. 1 hour is getting a little spent and away from the 21. 4 hours probably oversold too as well. That 4 hour wants to pump up to the 200 SMA. So there's a chance because we'll get extended. I get some mixed signals from it though, and it's high risk, right? It's getting more high risk. Possible scalp with the 15-minute time frame though, all the way back up to 233. What I like to do is look at that 200 SMA on that time frame and see where that really is. Now, if we flip that, that's going to be a big deal. You're likely to head up to there, so you want to put your line on that, and then when you go back to the 15, you kind of have an idea. That line is going to be pretty close to where the 200 SMA is going to be. Interesting to Tomi. I don't know if I would take it. It's a little too high risk for me, but it definitely could make a move. Heavy Ontario accent, man. That's pure Toronto. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. I'm from Toronto, bro. Hey. Yo, bro. But my buddy, he's from Vancouver Island, sounds like that too sometimes. I don't know who he is, though. I have another buddy. He used to live in the trees. Orbs. USDT, the Orbs network on KuCoin OKX. I don't see it on MEXC, but it is on KuCoin. We do still have a link to KuCoin if you like to trade KuCoin in your area, if you can do it. Make us jump through hoops here in the trading world. It's kind of really sad. So there's Orbs in somewhat of a symmetrical triangle, and then even a bigger triangle there too, right? We take a look at that in like the 4 hour. But, and then it's overbought on the stochastics RSI slightly there. And then we also bounced off the bottom, bounce, right? Interesting. So you look for the 4 hour to kind of come down. You could possibly open this somewhat like that. Eight hours momentum. Maybe the 4 hour could flip back up there and we could get some bullishness. I like how the moving average are. They're super tight. You know what I mean? I'm not in love with the 4 hour stochastics RSI though. 1 hour. So it looks like we may just have to go sideways a little more, reset the stoke. But once we break above the point of control, I mean, Orbs does look like a big move is coming. And it's setting up pretty nicely. We could take this length all the way down. That's going to be our measured move. And then once we break above this resistance, it's really nothing till we get into this choppy area too. And then you get above the point of control. So yeah, Orbs looks nice on the 1 hour. 4 hours, just a little sketch. It could break it back down, but over time, it does look like it will be up further in the next 2 weeks. Would I enter Orbs right now? The 4 hour has me a little sketched out, but I'll be honest, I like the tightness and I like the moving averages. It has some of my bells and whistles, just not everything. So I can only take things if I get everything. Even I don't mind missing it. I just want to make sure that it fits into my trading strategy, right? Before I do anything. You sound like you're from Mumbai. Yeah, right. I don't even know what people sound like from Mumbai. So SPXL, is that another one there? USDT. All right. SPXL. Let's take a look. Yeah, not coming up. I don't know what that is, honestly. Direxion daily shares, S&P. You just want me to go over the S&P on Direxion? I go over the S&P every day, man. ES1, right? I talked about it breaking out of this little flag last night when I did my update and kind of went over it. So far, it is moving. Again, it got an extended flag, but I've been bullish on the S&P futures. I've been calling a massive reversal for them ever since we got down here. And I found the divergence. I said, I watched the S&P absolutely cook. I also have it on the daily cup and handle, which is getting a little overbought. But the 3-day chart is my go-to chart. That's the one I really like to focus on when I'm like getting into a major macro asset. And so when I look at this, yeah, that wheel broke again. These mice, I have a bunch of these mice and they break all the time. I'm gonna have to change mice. I have to get some new mice. But so I've been calling this bounce off the 618 golden pocket, right? Since it happened, I had this all drawn and I went over this not last Friday, but the Friday before, right? And then boom. So look at the 3-day. This thing's about to explode. S&P is getting a golden cross. It has hidden bullish divergence. I'm telling you right now, when I see hidden bullish, and this tells me that the S&P is going to explode. I'm telling everybody, and you do whatever makes you happy, but it's highly likely any tech stock you get into is going to absolutely explode. This is going to be a big deal. I've been calling a reversal in the world markets and the NQ. This could be a big deal. All right. XPL is just going to do the exact same thing. It's the Direxion Daily bullshit. And I used to trade the Direxion Daily for gold. I used to trade this exact fund for gold. It was a 3-time shares on ARCA. This is how I started trading. Direxion Daily, S&P, and I would trade the S&P. I would trade gold and silver, JNUG and JDST. Actually, when I go to these assets, it's going to give me like goosebumps of my first times ever, right? I think I'm up in the trade. Yeah, I'm already up $10 in the trade, $12 in the trade. Let's go, baby. Let's go. It took me the whole show and to get kicked off to come back on, right? Can you get me a carrot? Yes, I can. Let me go get you a carrot right now. I'll be right back. It's so stressful ever since they deleted the channel. It's been so stressful. I was just telling my wife, ever since they deleted my channel, that one time, whenever I get kicked offline, like, I get like, I have to be honest with everyone, I get a post-traumatic stress, like, a wave of anxiety goes over me. And I like, it like freaking, because it's my whole life, you know? And I'm like, why did the channel stop? And now everything's fine, it's over now, but it just, I relived the night when I thought my whole life was getting taken from me, and like, it makes me so stressed out. And that's why it's hard to be a YouTuber, like, when you don't know when like your whole life could change in a moment. Oh man. There are 100 YouTubes now. No hesitation, that's how a husband's supposed to behave. Gentlemen, thank you. They can never stop. Papa lifer always. I had to give my wife a carrot, man. She's really sick, man. She's pregnant and she's really nauseous. You know. Look, we're up 2% on the trade. I'm the king of 3%. Can I get my 3? You know. So I see a cup and handle here about to blast to the upside. 3-day chart about to get lit. If you're willing to hold the S&P for at least 2 to 3 weeks, perfect entry for a blast to the upside, in my humble opinion. You already had the divergence, supportive resistance, and I could be wrong. It could dump all the way to the 0, but that's it. I trade this setup all the time. It's called the Sammy Cup and Handy. Look, I'll throw you off. I'll use the arc this time. But, yeah, I mean, that thing is going to blast. Like, I don't see how we're not at 129 from 81, and that's going to make you way more than the S&P can. 3 times on the pip, 55% gains on SPXL, right? So that also looks pretty nice to me. Gonna pump Bitcoin for you, Sammy. Thank you, Bitcoin Jim. Appreciate you. Sam, you have loyal people. We'll follow you to hell and back, bro. Thank you, man. Yeah, I feel you, man. I stopped multiple bank robberies. If you get coffee and you don't see who walks in the door, it gives you PTSD of what ifs. Yeah. 100%, man. Chill out, Sam. We will go where you go, man. You'll always have us, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you saying that. That means the world to me, you know? but it will be a struggle, right? Like, I don't want to go through all that. Let's take a look at render. Let's take a look at render, arc, SLP, and phantom. And remember, I'll be back on at 1 o'clock to go over bookmap. So I liked render. I talked about render continuing from this channel. See, I saw it in this big broadening wedge. I drew the fib. I saw that we were near the 618. We got the beautiful bounce on render all the way from 136 to 228. Now I have something else brewing here. Let me take a look. I like this. Shout out to Lifer Adam. Shout out to everybody here. 279 people in the live. Still have more people than when I used to do my live back in the day, right? Let's take a look at render on the daily here and kind of breathe in, breathe out for a second. Man, but I can only imagine what real PTSD is. Like, I have PTSD from just like some like deeply emotional jarring things, but like imagine, you know, being stuck in, I don't know, I'm not even gonna get into it, but it just, shout out to all the soldiers out there that have suffering from PTSD. They say there's people, you know, say a bunch of soldiers, like 5 people commit suicide a day here in America, soldiers, ex-veterans. MOVR, I just did a prayer for your wife. Amen. Thank you. If you do, we will take you. You guys are the best. Let's take a look at the 3-day chart. 3-day chart's over the bottom render, telling you that maybe the chickens are coming home to roost here. 12-hour chart wants a little love, but you double top, right? To me, render had a beautiful run up, hit a resistance. Looks like it's going to either, you know, you have 2 choices. It could make this consolidated chart, you know, or it's going to make a falling wedge. Sorry, I misused that line for a second. Or it's going to make this type of falling wedge here on render, right? So this is what I'm looking at here, you know. The bigger time frames are telling me a pullback is coming. I'd be taking some profits on render, and then it's going to make a massive cup and handle, and it's going to blast to the upside. So we already can, and so what I'll do here is I put an alert here. I put an alert here, and then I can even go to the 3-day, and I start putting some alerts on the stochastics RSI, like right here. I don't even have to think about it. In 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 days, whenever it will, that alert will hit. When that alert hits, render should be better into a buying zone. You know what I mean? So it's funny. How come only 289 people followed me back? Where did everyone else go? I mean, they usually don't. They're not on the live at this time anyway, right? So that's what I see happening for render, and I got alerts on it. All right. Let's see if that plays out. Let's take a look at ARC on MEXC. And that thing has just been an absolute out of control banger, right? ARC. And did I ever, I don't remember putting that out. I might have redrawn it just to look at it, which I usually don't. I don't want to ever be facetious here. Let me take a look at ARC. Wow. David Kendall had this chart for us in the live stream. Look at this. Let's just go over his. So David Kendall was looking at it at about 46 cents. He had the volume, you know, it looked nice. 110% gains to his measured move. Be nice if you get the digit there, Dave. Dave, you do me one cool favor, man. When you put these out, if you the measured move, which would be cool, we can do is go here to text, go down to price note, and just slap a price note right there, and everyone can see big and huge. And clip this out and give it to Dave if Dave isn't here. We're here for you, and that means you don't always have to be here for us. You grind so hard. Yeah, appreciate you, Sammy. Thank you, man. Yeah, we outstream these communities, man. We're gonna blow past most of these communities because we're more consistent. So look, he was down at 46. I mean, it is now at 174. Shout out to David Kendall, man. One of my elite traders in the trading group. Look, he saw this before it happened. He nailed it. He absolutely nailed it. That's why I love my elite. And so if you ever want to see what we do here, join my trading group, search ARC. You can see he gave you such a beautiful golden pocket, visible, tight. Like he gave you all the MACD. He wrote a paragraph. Like, come on, man. David gave you ARC at 46 cents. And what day did he do it? He did it on 10/27. It's now 11/7, just 11 days prior And this thing is up 338% from his 46 cent. Well, actually, 41 cents. So from 46 cents, he is up 277.71%. DK absolutely nailed it. Amen. Bryson Gonzalez, I called it before. Dave, amen. Hey, as long as a bunch of lifers call it, but look at that. Boom to the upside. Look, the 3-day chart. Low stochastic. Lack of bearish momentum in the MACD. This thing was gone, right? Oh, absolutely. This community is an army. Yeah. This is for you. You're a good man for your wife, to yourself and family. Lifers love you, big bro. Satoshi love, man. Thank you, man. God bless you, brother. I don't know why that made me feel good, but it did. It's like I needed it. It's like you knew I needed it, man. I didn't need the $11. It was just the fact that it came from you. Like it was an extra loving thing, man. God bless you, man. Thank you so much, Satoshi love. Very nice of you. Now, ARK, I would definitely be taking profits on, right? Or looking at the smaller time frames. But like at that point, it's time to take some profits. Like if you're not ready to take profits, you're greedy. You're just too greedy. You got to learn not to be greedy. Let's take a look at SLP and then Phantom, and I'm out of here for the day. SLP was hot. I looked at it when it kind of bottomed out recently. I was like, man, that thing could pump. It did. Now let's watch it reset. The 12-hour looks interesting. The daily probably going to come back down to the 200 SMA, the 21, and then continue. So I would trade this on the daily, and I would wait for it to come back. Might hit the 618 fib right there, and then blast. I'd keep alerts on this. This one's likely to push to the upside as well. I could see this thing making some gains. Once DeFi starts to pump, Smooth Love Potion pumps. Axie Infinity likes to kind of follow Smooth Love Potion. Isn't it part of the game or something? But they're connected. They pump together. I'd wait for this alert to hit 618 fib, and there's a chance this continues to the upside. SLP. Set alerts on SLP. If you're smart, you use alerts. If you're not, you're going to end up missing a lot. And I set alerts on the daily. The time frame's important too, that I'm setting the alerts on. All right. And last but not least, let's take a look at Phantom. And thank you so much, Lakochi, for giving me those and coming back in immediately for me. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. So look, I talk about how things pump up to the 200 SMA when they get tight. I called the bottom for Phantom right there. I clearly put this out, said that's your bottom. You know what I mean? And you'd be like, no, you didn't. You did it after the fact. I'm like, all right. We even seen Phantom in a... Wow, that's crazy. But likely your bottom. And Phantom was just, 17 cents? And it went all the way up to 27 cents. Pretty nice game. But now, look, it's... Actually, the daily looks interesting. See how the daily's resetting, but it could dump? So just like that, I would watch Phantom come back to the 200 SMA. I mean, the 21. That's got to cut cup and handle vibes, too, you know? And then pull your fib. Same thing that we just did there. I do the same things over and over again. Pretty simple to me. And I set my alerts so I don't have to think about it again. Once you set alerts, the work that you did is done. It's set in stone, and then your previous work can come help you again. I see this as a giant Adam and Eve double bottom that's likely going to pump to the upside. Phantom is a great coin, a great project. I remember Phantom back in the day. 27 cents is a beautiful price. 17 was even better for Phantom. All right. But yeah, that's Phantom. And I'm just curious, did you open crypto wallets for your children? I'm ready for Green Day, buy clothes. No, because like, I'm going to handle the wealth until I'm ready to give my kids the wealth. You know what I mean? I don't have to physically. I know people that physically hand their kid a crypto wallet. I might do that for fun and give her like $500 in XRP or something just to get her, get her going and teach her how to. I'm going to teach her how to use a hardware wallet, So, price prediction for Phantom. I believe it can get back to its all-time high and even more. If the market gets up to $3 or $5 trillion, you could look at it this way. Let's do something cool and crazy. I'll look at Phantom on Binance for a second, where it has a lot of data. So let me see if I can figure something out. I guess I was doing some wackiness. What happened there? I don't have my trash. What happened to the trash? You know, what happened to this? Where did it go? That's weird. Well, maybe I'm double clicked in or something. No, that's weird. What happened to that? Like, where's my stuff? You know? So watch, I'm going to show you something pretty wacky. $4.16 is your first target. You might come back and retest the top. If you do that, you'll make some type of flag. You'll probably go up and down like this. Stop. You hit this resistance, you pop up, boom, 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 boom. Yeah, and then so this will be like the length of the pole. I can see you getting to $5, $6 Phantom, 25 cents, 4 times that's 4 on the buck. You know what I mean? You 4x that to each dollar, you get to 5, almost $6. You're talking a 24x for Phantom. Phantom did about a 19x in the last one if you didn't get into very, very early, just at like 17 to 19 cents. All right. I don't know if that's called ripping. Someone was like, LMR is ripping. I don't know if that's ripping per se. It may begin to rip. It did rip out of this flag to the upside on the 1 minute. So that played out. That may continue on a quick scalp. Very high risk though. Not my bag, but it could go. All right. Is Litecoin still mooning? It wouldn't. Isn't it following BTC? I mean, Litecoin's, look at the inverted head and shoulder there. That's a play right there. Look at that. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Bang, to the upside. 73, you know? 71, baby. Litecoin continuing to pump. Yeah, that morning sickness is no joke. We'll always find you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I still don't believe who I really am online yet. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still a noble. In my head, I'm still just, I mean, I don't ever blow my head up, man. And I keep myself cautiously humble, man, because I don't know. I don't want to fall trap to getting too big for my britches, you know? I was getting the stream today with a song that I really like. Yo, Casper's may get a channel here, and this thing could get busy. Casper may go to 77. My baby. As long as Bitcoin kind of holds the zone here and doesn't get too crazy. Up $13 of the trade. We'll see where this goes. I'm still in the trade that I opened on the live. $622 at 12x long. $7,473 trade. We'll see where this goes. Casper needs to blast out of the INS of the 1 minute and defy the 1 hour. Okay. But the 1 hour looks good. I mean, the 1 hour doesn't look too bad. To me, the 1 hour doesn't look bad at all. The 1 hour looks like it could pump. The 4 hour maybe 4 hour looks good to me. When the 4 hour and the 1 hour are set, man, even when the other indicators aren't that great, I usually at least a scalp is happening. I see a move for Casper coming. I'm telling you right now. Highly likely. And again, we could dump. Just be careful. Anything is possible. Keep your support of resistance. But this thing is just, you know, kind of have to do a 2-4-3, which isn't my favorite, but if something's more bullish, there's a chance. Has some bullish div, though. No, it doesn't even have bearish div because that's sloping down. While that slopes down, it's interesting to me. Casper looks good to me. I always set these alerts with the blue line. That's how you know it's my chart, right? Protective stop. Protects the funds so you can go back at it again. All right, everybody. And you can see there's more demand on me as the demand changes. Look at the pump, though. Now we're up 3%. I'm the king of 3%. I told you, baby. I told you. I'm the king of 3%. You know? And let's see, man. I called that reversal. Let's see if we can continue up now to the upside. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. May God bless each and every one of you for jumping on in. Thank you so much for sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I am still a little curious about Solana. So for my own curiosity, yeah, I mean, that looks like it's consolidating nicely. It's kind of where I sold it at. It's like still sideways. I didn't realize that the lowest dip of my 42 sell would be 38, you know? There's been a lot of talks of 1,000xing, this and that. Everyone's just been... The daily reset pretty nicely. So did the... Yeah, that's like a... That looks like easy money. I shouldn't say that. And nothing is easy money, but that looks like easy money. You know what I mean? Like... Put 10K on that, make a nice $3,000. That looks like good money right there. I like that. I like Solana right here again. Looks beautiful. And you got a 298 risk reward ratio to the target of 54.85 or 55 really. But yeah, 54.85 target for Solana. And bullish patterns are funner to trade. Like when the market's chop, I have to find all the patterns and stuff. When the market's great, I mean, the market's, it's different. It's less difficult to make money. It's less difficult to see what's happening. That's what happens. People get in a bull run. They don't realize they don't really know TA that well. They get ticketed, you know. I'll help you along the way, though. All right. All right, everybody. I love each and every one of you. Thank you so much for jumping on into the live with the Lifer in part 2. I'll see you all on the next live stream tomorrow for a beautiful, beautiful day. And may God bless you all. Thank you so much for jumping on in. I appreciate you all. I did call the reversal for Bitcoin. I did get into the trade. Trade is going well. We'll see what happens from there. It took me like an hour and a half to finally find my chi, but it did it. I love it. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. You too, Kyle. Thank you. Thanks everyone that's saying thank you. Thanks everyone that's sending the love. I love each and every one of you. When you live in love, you cannot be denied. And I want to hang out with people that live in love, man. I want to be with the lovers, baby. I want to be with the makers and not the takers. God bless each and every one of you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for coming back to part 2. And may you stay blessed. I'm out. Be safe. You can, you will, you are the best. I'll see you tomorrow.